What's up, guys? Today I have one of my very amazing special friends here. She is also a life coach and a matchmaker, so my pro tip, surround yourself with good people. But here she is, Nora.
Hello, everyone.
So I'm back in the dating game. It's really great to have Nora because I need help because Lord bless, it hasn't always gone great. But we're going to change that.
We are going to change that.
Yeah!
I'm excited to be here and talk to you about your dating life. I know you've already been going on some dates, which you guys probably saw the video earlier about that. But Hannah and I have talked extensively about her dating life. As she said, I was a matchmaker in the past, and now I'm a life coach and relationship coach. So I help people find their dream partners and also create their ideal life. So that's what we're doing together.
It's been interesting because we're actually friends,
Yep.
but she's helping me in these big areas of my life. So having the balance of that we've been navigating, but it is good to have friends that actually care and are invested in you, particularly when they're professionals at that. It's great. I'm fortunate enough to have Nora in my life. I'm bringing Nora to you guys. So yay!
Okay, let's talk.
Oh, God.
What's going on with your dating life?
Yeah, I have not dated since the show. If you don't know yourself completely, or if you lose sight of that, to be what do I want? Who do I want to be with? Is this actually something that I like? Is it not? It got really hard for me. And so for a while, I tried to numb it as much as possible to be I can't deal with that right now. I'm going to focus on me. But I really wasn't focusing on me. I was just trying to get through it, I'm a professional at that, but then kind of got to the point during this time of everything being different for everyone in the world, I had to have a hard look in the mirror and be I don't even know what's happened, and how can I really date even though I want that so bad when I don't even know what the crap just happened to me. So I've been really trying to process that and know what I want, and I think I am truly ready to be able to give and receive love again, but it's been a journey.
So it sounds like you're going on some dates, Hannah.
Okay, so here's what happened. I know we're friends, we've talked.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go on dates, but I've been I don't know how to meet anybody. First of all, it's COVID. How do you meet people? But I haven't done dating apps because I've been do I do that? I don't know. Should I do that? Well, one night, a guy that I'd kind of been talking to, that I just finally was you know what? Nope, I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Good for you.
I literally, I kind of got ditched, and I was nope. Oh, heck no, I'm done with this. I got ditched too much. No. So I was with my friend, her and the guy that she was dating broke up, and they're supposed to go to Cabo together. And then she was will you come to Cabo with me? And she's let's make it a girls trip. So right then and there, I booked a trip to Cabo, and I set up a dating app.
Hell yeah.
Right there. And I did it super fast, and it just felt really good to be I am taking this step forward. I'm not going to let anything control, why can't I get on a dating app? I'm just going to do whatever. And I mean, heck, I've been on a dating show. I can get on a dating app, and it can happen anywhere. So whatever.
And for people listening who are afraid to get on the dating apps,
if I can get on the dating app, you
can get on the dating app. So many people are scared to get on dating apps. They're scared that they won't find their person, or they think it's cheesy, or they think
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. I read a statistic that in 2021, about 90% of couples will meet their partner on dating apps.
Yeah.
So get on the dating apps.
It's definitely challenging, but for me, and it's also kind of scary, but you have to protect yourself, and I definitely think that I've done that.
Good.
So
yeah, tell us about your dates.
Yeah, so started getting all these DMs and matches. It was fun. It was so annoying because some guys would be super cute but wouldn't ask. They just wanted to chat. They didn't want to ask me on a date.
Rule number 1, if there's any men watching this video, ask a girl on a date. Don't just be on the dating app.
No, I don't want to chat on the dating app. It's so annoying. I did like kind of take it into my own hands sometimes and be like, if you want to chat, like, why don't you give me a call and let's set up a date? Like, I would say that. So started setting up the dates, and I went on a few. And if you have not seen that, go check out my last YouTube.
Go wherever it is.
Whatever's just to do, go look at it.
There.
And it just, I'm glad I got myself out there, but it just wasn't right. Like, as soon as I walked up, I would know immediately. And then you're kind of like, feel like you're stuck on the date, or I feel like you have to make up an excuse, because it's just been a little frustrating. And so I'm trying not to let it get me down.
Good.
But it's been a really good experience of just at least like getting myself out there too. So I'm really happy I did it. Has it worked out? Not really, but
it will.
I think
It will. How do you know? You said, okay, you meet a guy right away and you either know if you like him or not. What are you looking for in a guy?
Okay, well, that whole thing, and maybe we could be like, you're crazy, but I really do think like there's an energy when you walk up to somebody, and even if they're like, it's not even about like how attractive they are for me. As soon as you walk up to somebody, how they greet you, what their demeanor is, there's just something that you'll be like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Or it's like you don't even, like, you're just like intrigued.
Energy's real.
Yeah, and so that's definitely something I think I pick up on. That's with my friends too. Like, there are some people that you're just like naturally drawn to or get along with, and I think that varies from person to person. That's why there's some people that, like, you might like a guy that I would be like, he's okay. It's not really about what they look like, which I will say, they can get you. The dating app. That is one thing. Sometimes they're either like way more photogenic, and then you're like, or you pass on a guy just because they don't take good pictures, and then you see them in the energy, you're like, oh, you're really attractive. Yes. So that's also what's hard about the dating app.
So you're looking for someone who has confident energy.
Yeah, definitely. There has to be something about them that's super confident and open. I think it's open to somebody honest, which I've already had like issues with that. Like, just even on the dating apps and just in life in general, but like, just say who you are, what you know, what you're about. Like, I want to know what I'm working with. Like, what is this? There shouldn't be like beating around the bush. Like, that has been really like frustrating for me, I would say. And even in the few dates that I've been on, of just like, do they know who I am? Are they going to say that they do? And like, I mean, if I could look somebody up on the internet, I would totally look somebody up on the internet. So that's like, be honest, upfront, open, confident. I'm looking for somebody that like is passionate. And when I say successful, doesn't mean they have to be like a bazillionaire.
Yeah.
It's just they want to succeed in whatever like fuels them.
Yep.
And what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because that's that energy that you feel, I think. I think somebody of similar faith, like, that's really important. Like, for me, like, that's something really important. And if we have totally separate beliefs, then I don't want to get myself in a situation or them where that becomes something that really we should have talked about earlier. So knowing that is so great.
So while you guys are listening to Hannah talk about what she wants in a future relationship, I encourage you guys to think about what you want in a future relationship as well. And the faith one is a big one. A lot of people are scared to really truly express what they believe when it comes to faith. And I always recommend, if you want kids, think about how you would want to raise those kids. And if you would want to raise them with faith, because that will answer your truest desires of what you actually want in a partner.
Yeah. And so I also want, for somebody fun. Fun.
Because you're so fun.
I am fun. And I realized in my life, I can isolate myself like no other. Like, people see me and I'm like, but I also can like shut down. And it is good for me to have somebody that can get me out there, have me like match my energy. But also, I think I have all these like crazy big dreams, and somebody that's also kind of stable too. Like, I want stability in my life. So I'm like, is this person real? Like, how can, like, I'm asking for all these things. I'm like, I want you to be super fun and crazy, but I need you to be stable and let me be a star.
Yes, totally. He's 100% real, and you'll 100% find him. One thing I also recommend for my clients to do is start making a list of what you really, really want in a partner. So everything that Hannah just said, then you kind of have that question when you start dreaming of what you want. You're like, is this person real? when you make that list of what you want, draw a line to the other side of the piece of paper and ask yourself if you have those qualities. So Hannah does. Hannah, you're fun and playful and smart and you have big dreams and you're also grounded and you can spend time alone. So if you're asking for that in a partner and you have that within yourself, you'll 100% be able to find that.
With some people in my life, like where I have started to grow and change, that, you know, if they're not doing the same thing, they're not going to get it.
Yep.
And I want somebody to get it and not think that it's weird or that like I'm being too much or too emotional or because it's not being emotional. Like I've finally learning, like saying how I feel and acknowledging it is so important.
Yep.
And I want to be able to have a relationship and a partner. I can be like, hey, that really upset me, and I don't know why it did, but this, or I do know why it did, and this is why. We're getting past it, but not like we're not on the same page. So then I start stumbling into my old ways of pretending when I'm fine when I'm not, and then letting it boil up, and then like saying something that I don't mean because I didn't just like let my feelings be valid.
Yeah.
So that's super important, but I've had to go on that journey.
Yeah.
If I really want that from somebody else, well, I've got to do the work too.
Yeah.
But then also, I feel like sometimes I am intrigued by guys who are mysterious or don't really like say everything because I'm an overshare. And so I'm like, ooh, I'm going to figure out what that is. So like, I have some like old like habits of things that I definitely need to get out of so that I can get the type of guy that I want and be somebody that can match the person that I want to be.
Totally. And there are no hard rules. Like if you meet a guy who's a little bit more mysterious and sexy and you're attracted to that, that's okay. But if you're dating him for 6 months and you don't know his middle name and you don't know where he's from because he doesn't tell you anything about him, probably a red flag.
I mean, I've done that. It was.
Yeah, it was. But it's okay. You learned, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I have like this douchebag drool. I'll drool over a douchebag in like a second. And I'm like, what the heck? I know you are a douche canoe. And I'm like, all aboard the douche canoe. it's ridiculous.
We'll work on that.
So I got to get out of that.
Yeah, we'll get you out of that. Yep.
But I also think I'm a good girl with a little paprika,
with a little
sriracha.
Yeah, I always tell women when they have the douchebag syndrome, try to find a good guy that has a little bit of an edge. So there's a lot of really good guys out there that are really boring and you just won't connect with them because you have a lot of spice and edge to it. So find a guy who's a good guy, has solid values, is similar to what you're looking for, but then has some type of edge, meaning like he's really into surfing or like he's really into just something unique that he's really passionate about. An edge is a passion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know he's out there and like I'm praying for you because bless your soul, but I know you'll have a good time sometimes if you're with me.
Sometimes.
Other times we have support. One thing I can say is like I'm not like so desperate for a partner. I think there have been times where like I'm like I just want a boyfriend or somebody to spend life with, and I definitely, that's a desire of my heart and I want that. But like I've got so much going on that like I'm totally okay with like focusing on me. But that doesn't mean that it's like I don't like right now I don't want to date. I'm not at that place. Like if somebody came along that was great, like welcome in, join the crazy house. But like also I don't feel like I'm at this place where I'm just like that's all I can think about.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good place for it to actually happen.
I think it's a perfect place for it to actually happen because then you're focusing on yourself and he'll see the real you versus when you're dating desperately to try to find your ideal person, you're focusing on them and that's when you'll actually go after the wrong guy, skip the red flags, miss the red flags.
I'm going to continue putting myself out there, go on dates, and then I feel like you have, like Nora has so much good like life advice, which I feel like what we've talked about is like if you're not good and why you got into life being a life coach is like sometimes like the dating is not the problem. It's like you have problems.
It's not problems.
Not problems, but there's
just
things,
lessons to learn.
Yes. See, that's why she does this. I'm like, I got problems. You got problems, dude. But I think the more that like I'm working on me and that journey is really important. And like I'm really clear about what I want and what I expect. And are those expectations like too high? Are they actually standards? You know, like what what is going on and making sure that I can like really put that into words and really into action too. And I think it'd be really cool if we got more, advice and wisdom from Nora as I go along on my journey, and I can be like, I just made a huge mistake.
How the hell do we do this dating thing?
Yes. And what do y'all think? I feel like we should let me know. You should let me know. And how do you do that? Well, you go down here and you type a little comment and tell me what you think.
I want to know
like
about
it and
your guys',
share.
yeah, and I want to know about your guys' dating lives and what's happening, what you're liking, what you're not
Follow
liking.
Nora here or somewhere.
DM me. I'll help you with your dating life.
Yeah, she can help you out. She's helping the sister out right now, and no, she can't be your she can be your friend, maybe. But she's my friend.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just said that. Okay, I'm going to go now. Y'all are great. Nora's great. I'm great. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo!